Residents of San Marcos may have to make a difficult choice. Should taxes be raised, or should non-residents have to pay a fee for using emergency services?
Fox's Alex Villarreal takes a look.
Someone's got to pay for it. And depending on where you live, you might be footing the bill the next time emergency services are dispatched in Hays County.
There's numerous types of calls that the city fire department goes on a daily basis. Maybe a hazmat call, motor vehicle accident on the interstate, and a legal burn. And we were looking at ways to recapture some of those revenues.
Steve Parker, the chief financial officer and assistant city manager for San Marcos, says they've been considering what they call a revenue recovery system for over a year.
An average billing would be between $250 to $500 per call.
Parker says they could recoup up to $100,000 each year by charging rescue fees to anyone who is not a San Marcos resident.
We have over 100,000 people that come through San Marcos on a daily basis, and most of those people aren't City of San Marcos residents.
This is a way to continue paying for fire department services without having to raise property taxes. The last time that happened was 2001.
I think the entire affair implies that there's an issue with the taxation and budgeting in San Marcos, that there's a disconnect or there's some kind of a gap that they're trying to fill here.
Roger Falk is with the Travis County Taxpayers Union.
You have a San Marcos resident, he drives into Austin to go to 6th Street, he has a wreck. He's injured. They're taking him to Brackenridge. City of Austin and Travis County taxpayers are going to fund his health care if he's indigent. But the guy who is injured or hurt or whatever by no fault of his own, it seems like kind of an unfair thing for the city to try to balance their budgets on the backs of someone who's been hurt or injured or needs a rescue.
If they're engaging in risky or illegal behavior, Falk says yes, charge them. But there's no guarantee the city will get paid.
This is strictly for people that have insurance and that is part of their policy. If there was a house fire in San Marcos, in your insurance policy there is a clause that allows for a payment to a San Marcos, to a city fire department that doesn't affect their deductible, doesn't affect their premiums going forward.
There are certainly some serious enforcement issues in putting a program like this in place. I'm not sure that San Marcos can collect that money. They should be looking at their tax rate.